Hi, I'm Nate.
Hi, I'm Jaxxon,
And you're tuned into
Climate Action Figures.
Hello, and welcome to an exciting new edition of Climate Action Figures. My name, as always, is John Whidden, and I say exciting this week because you will get to meet two middle school students from Port Elgin Regional School in New Brunswick who are going to tell us all about the cool things happening at their school. But first, this week's quick fix. Linda from Sherwood Park says, never let any balloon go up into the sky, especially the shiny ones made of mylar, because when they fall to the ground, actually, I'm going to leave this to our guests. Let's see if they can finish the sentence. Welcome, Jaxxon and Nate.
Hi.
Now, can you guys finish the sentence for us? Never let the balloons go up into the sky because when they fall to the ground?
Birds can try and peck at them and eat them,
And they choke on them.
That is exactly what Linda said. Birds and other animals will ingest them. So always deflate them and then put them in the garbage. So what do you think of that quick fix, guys?
I think that was great.
That was good.
You two are in what grade at your school there?
I'm grade 7 English.
And I'm in grade 7 in French.
Very good. And what's the name of your school?
Port
Elgin
Elgin
Regional
Regional
School.
School.
Okay, it's a pretty cool place, and we're going to learn all about that in just a second. But you're both involved in project-based learning at your school, and your projects have been focused on sustainability. Am I correct there?
Yeah.
So, Jaxxon, do you each have one of these projects, or does everyone work together on their own on the group project?
Have different projects, but we help each other out when we need help. And present individually.
Great. And Nate, what do these projects look like? Can you tell us about yours?
In mine, I was doing mine on why frisbee golf is better than disc golf. My opinion was because in actual golf, you have to cut down forests, you have to use pesticides, and in frisbee golf, you can just you can pretty much play it in the woods. You don't really need to cut down any trees.
Wow, that's funny. I've seen so much and played it myself, frisbee golf, disc golf, and I've never, ever thought about that. It's way better for the environment. Huh. Well, there you go. You taught me something new. Jaxxon, what's your project about?
How the food forest, the greenhouse, and the solar panels are sustainable.
So it's about your sustainable initiatives at the school there. Is that right?
Yeah.
And so you have solar panels on your roof. Is that right?
You have solar panels down in the fields by the greenhouse.
Okay. And they send energy up to your school for you to use.
Yeah. It also uses the energy from the solar panels to go into the greenhouse.
Okay. And I've heard great things about your greenhouse. So do students take a part in running that greenhouse?
Yeah. They stay in it and help pull weeds and keep it alive.
Okay. What kind of specific jobs? Do you have a specific job you do on a regular basis in the greenhouse?
No, we plant random stuff in there and you can bring manure in. You get to choose what you want to do.
Okay. And is there a sign-up schedule or something that you sign up to do the jobs to make sure they actually get done?
No.
Yeah, we pretty much have a trust system in the greenhouse.
So you just watch and see what needs to be done and get her done?
Yeah.
Or someone will help us out
Oh, okay.
what to do.
So what kind of things do you grow in your greenhouse?
You grow lettuce, a lot of lettuce, rhubarb, celery, tomato, carrot.
We also grow cucumbers, sometimes pumpkin, beans and squash. We grow everything that's compatible with the climate.
Strawberry and watermelon one.
Wow. And so these different types of produce are harvested throughout the year, or is there pretty much one time when you go in there and harvest everything?
It's all through the year unless we're out of school.
Yeah.
Okay. And then once you harvest, and you students actually harvest, you pick the crop?
Yeah, we pick the food, pick the weed, throw them in our compost pile.
Yeah, we put them in compost, and we also give them to a teacher to bring to her farm.
Yeah.
Okay. And so once you have all this produce, what do you do with it?
We donate it to the farmer's market and the kitchen in our school because they both the kitchen have a cooking PBL, and also the cafeteria makes salad.
So your cafeteria offers salad on a regular basis that's grown right at your school?
Taco salad, Caesar salad, and other salad.
Wow. Okay, I have a question for you guys about that. Most students at a school like yours would not be so interested in salad for lunch. But do you think students are more interested in salad because they know they've grown it themselves?
Students love the salads here.
Yeah, we even have a salad cart that we bring around, and we bring it through every class. We bring it from kindergarten all the way up to grade 8, and every single class at lunchtime will get a different time to eat out of that.
Because they go out for recess.
Yeah.
We go out for recess first, so little kids eat. Then, kindergarten to grade 4. So they get their salad cart then we get it after when they go outside and they come in.
The thing I'm really wondering is, do you guys like salad more because it's your own salad? It's not just from some faraway place. Do you think students are more interested in eating salad because they've grown it themselves?
Yeah, and it's not sprayed with chemicals here.
Yeah, and we before I wouldn't really even eat salads, but now I've eaten salads every once in a while.
Yeah, I love the taco salads here.
So they're interesting salads.
Yeah. You can get anything. Even our kitchen PBL even sometimes makes deviled eggs.
And pancakes and all that and brings it up to students.
So Jaxxon, I also hear that you have a garden and an orchard. Can you tell us a little bit more about those?
We getting rid of the garden? No, we're making a new one over there.
Yeah, we're making a bigger.
We're making a bigger one because they're making a wheelchair playground where the old one is. And I love the food forest. There's bees down there, and you can grow tomatoes and stuff down there when nice out.
Yeah, we have apple.
Yeah, I have apple tree and stuff down there.
So you call it a food forest.
Yeah, food forest.
And this is totally different than your greenhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is way different than our greenhouse.
It's outdoor.
Yeah.
It's outdoors, and the bees can get at it to make it full.
Yeah, the bees can come over and pollinate it a lot more, so it's very, very vibrant. And then our bees are just stone's throw away from all of our trees and everything. So
do you have your own bees, or are these just random local bees?
we have our own bees.
Yeah,
we have
2 hives.
Yeah, we have 2 hives. Sometimes we'll open up our greenhouse, and the bees can even go into the greenhouse to help make our greenhouse more vibrant.
Wow.
One day or day, if you want to try gum mop store bought, eat the bee wax.
Okay.
It makes a really good gum.
Okay, natural gum even. And do the students also look after the bees?
Yeah.
Yeah, we look at.
If you're in the greenhouse, if you got it's sustainable, you better go check on.
Wow, this is crazy. I want to go to your school.
Yeah.
Do you wonder how I heard all of these things about your school?
Yeah, how did you learn all these cool things about our school?
Because a certain Mr. Cunningham suggested I get in touch to find out about your cool school and all the programs. Do you know him?
Yeah, he used to be a teacher here.
He just substitute once in a while, and he's one of my favorite.
Oh, good. Shout out to Mr. Cunningham. He's a great teacher, and thanks to him for connecting us too, I guess, right?
Yeah, we love his little monster game he plays with us.
Now, Nate, I've heard that you also have a forest classroom. Mr. Cunningham told me a little bit about that. Can you explain to our audience what that is?
Oh, yeah, we have a couple forest classrooms, and we use them to instead of teaching kids inside and pretty boring inside, might as well teach them about nature and everything. So sometimes they can go out there, go play around. Sometimes we'll go do work out there. It's really fun. There's another PBL. It's called Outdoor Pursuits, and you get to go build shelters out in the woods.
And you said PBL. Can you just remind us what that means?
Well, that means project-based learning.
Right. Okay. Now, are there other benefits to being outside and learning?
Well, yeah,
you get a high amount of vitamin D for the sun.
Yeah, and you can have fresh air instead of just being in a dusty old school.
Good point. And what about when the weather's cold? I mean, you're in Atlantic Canada, so the weather can be pretty nasty there. What happens? Do you just not go outside, or do you get dressed up and deal with the
We get dressed up and suck it up.
suck it up and learn in the nor'easter?
Yeah, it's so much fun.
It actually is when it's cold.
Okay, cool.
It teaches you how to deal with the cold instead of staying in warm all the time.
Right, builds character.
Yeah.
Now, I hear you also have a composting program. Jaxxon, does that work in your school?
Yeah, it does. We grab a bucket from classrooms when they put like old food stuff in it, bring them to a little bin behind the greenhouse. We dump them in and pour leaves on top for eventually it'll turn into soil.
Do you guys have any advice for other schools who are thinking they'd like to try a composting program? Are there things you've tried that you would say, don't do that or do this? What advice?
Do not bury it
In the ground. If you bury compost inside the ground,
it'll create greenhouse fossil fuels.
yeah, because no air can get to it, so it just releases all our gases into the atmosphere.
And in the classrooms, in the little collection containers you have, how do you keep that from smelling up in your classroom?
We put newspaper out the bottom of it. We bring it out every week.
And that works. It doesn't get too smelly when you take it out every week?
No.
And there's also lids on top of them.
Yeah, every single time we clean them, so they're like spotless.
How often do you clean them then?
We clean them once a week. Every single time that we dump them, we bring them into the janitor's closet, and we'll go to the janitor's closet and clean.
Okay. And the students take care of that as well?
Yep. Students take care of students take care of a lot of sustainable things around our school.
Now, there seems to be a lot of buy-in, at least from you two. Is this common in your school that the students are like, yeah, we'll do that. We'll clean this. We'll go harvest the veggies. We'll pick the weeds.
Well, students don't like it, but a lot of students do.
Yeah, we are happy to be able to help out around our school.
And how about like the community?
Yeah, help out community, because even sometimes we'll go sell stuff and students can come with the teacher and they'll drop them off, and if they get like a signed form from the teacher, and they can go sell our produce that we grow in the house.
We also make like in the kitchen like lemon loaves and all that, and pumpkin loaves. They're amazing.
I'm just thinking, I can imagine some students your age saying, I'm not going to clean that up. I'm not going to do that. Why do you think your students at your school are so gung-ho about this?
Because we have a very good understanding of why things need to be done to help the world and stuff. Like, instead of just buying all of our food, we're going to need a lot more money from our school. So,
yeah. It also raises money for like school, like she just said.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we can afford like the technology and the computer we need for learning.
One last thing that Mr. Cunningham said I should ask you about is school-wide water bottles. What's the deal with that, Nate?
Oh, yeah. In our school-wide water bottles, one kid from our school offered to take up his time to write out a grant to buy a whole bunch of water bottles, so we don't have to use all of our like plastic water bottles, so we don't have to like bring plastic water bottles and other things like that.
He brought like big metal water bottles.
So so now people, like, if they can't afford a water bottle, say someone can't afford one, then there's a water bottle right there for you.
So everybody in the school got one of these metal water bottles?
No, it was like 5 per class, because if there was 1 per student, that'd be a crazy amount of money.
Oh, okay. And a lot of people had their own water bottles that they just brought themselves then?
Yeah, and you can bring like your own water bottle if you want, but they just put all the spare water bottles in the kitchen. If you need them, you just grab them, fill them up, and use them for the...
Oh, and then they wash them and someone else can use it another day?
Yeah, you can use it for the entire month if you needed to.
Okay. I'm going to guess that means that there's not a lot of little plastic water bottles around your school.
No.
Is that a no-no? Like, if someone brings in a plastic water bottle, do the other students kind of give them the stink eye?
Yeah, we kind of look at them like, why'd you bring that in?
Not necessary. One more thing I want to ask about your school. It's such a happening place for environmental action. I think you'd agree with that, right? Like, not many schools have this much going on around the environment, right?
Yeah, we have a very amazing school.
So why do you think your school has so much going on compared to other schools? Nate, what do you think about that?
I'd just say because we care. We care a lot about what is happening around our school. and what's happening around us. Because like over where you are, there's been a lot of fires lately, and we don't really want those to start happening around here too.
It didn't have a scary what's happening down there.
Are there any other reasons why your school is such a great place for the environment?
Oh yeah, because we have a great staff, and we have a lot of people and teachers and people around in our community. We have a lot of people who care and want to help our village thrive.
Oh, that's cool. And speaking of doing your part, we should make sure we get a chance to ask you what your climate actions are. So let's start with Jaxxon on that question. What's your climate action today?
Picking up garbage down my road. Like when I get dropped off the bus, I have to walk a kilometer down my road to get to a house. So I pick up garbage on my way there.
Very good. And Nate, how about you? What's your climate action?
All throughout the summer, I don't drive a car, or I don't use any electric things, or even gas or even electric things. I just I bike around everywhere. Me and my friends will bike anywhere we need to go.
Oh, that's great. That's a great solution. And it's interesting you saying I don't even use electric, because a lot of people think, well, I have an e-bike and I use that, which is great, but it's even better if you can go totally off the grid and use your muscles. Now, just before we wrap up today, guys, I would love to hear what gives you hope in the world today. Jaxxon, do you want to start?
What gives me hope is that people stop using pesticides and herbicides for planting plants.
So are you noticing that's happening? Like there are people around you that are not using those things?
Yeah.
Okay. And why would you not want them to use those things?
Because pesticides and herbicides are bad for the environment. And here, you can just pick a strawberry off the plant and eat it, but in other places you can't because they're sprayed. Yeah.
Good point. Nate, what gives you hope?
Gives me hope is that I've seen so many different people, my grandparents, sometimes even us. We will compost so much, and it's just a whole lot better than throwing everything out and letting it go to a landfill.
Well, that's great. And Jaxxon and Nate, thank you so much for joining us here today.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
And we should mention a big shout out to Mr. Cunningham and your principal, Mr. Becker, for connecting us. And thank you, dear listener. And if you love what you're hearing from these guys and you think someone else should hear about it and gain some hope from it, please share this far and wide. And we will be back again next week, same time, same place, to hear from another climate action figure. Until then,
go figure!
This has been Climate Action Figures. Our show is produced and hosted by John Whidden. Our creative consultant is Kayla McIntosh. Our theme song is Hawaii Vacation by Tovari. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at Climate Action Figures. That's all one word. And if you have any other questions or comments that arose from this or any episode, feel free to reach out to us at climateactionfigures@gmail.com. And thank you for listening. We'll be back next week with another Climate Action Figure.